Shalom, everybody. We're going to be learning an article today by HaRav Gottlieb, who we'll be referring to as the Rebbe Shlita. It is titled Self-Love, Positive or Negative. The article is adapted and based on chapter 14 of the teachings of Rabbi Nachman of Breslov. May his merits be a blessing for all. To summarize, the article speaks in detail about the truth of everyone's innermost point of goodness deposited to them from the Creator. This innermost point makes every individual very special and unique, being there is no other person like him in the universe. The world critically needs this unique attribute that humanity has been given by the Creator with the purpose to offer it to the world. The world cannot get to its desired purpose without positively using these attributes, being the unique holy sparks of goodness that were placed into each person. This innermost point is the righteous part of every person, the tzaddik of the soul. Thus, every person must love this spark that he has been given, which is his or her real self. When a person truly loves himself, only then is he able to love others. Due to this condition of love inside of him, he can therefore relate this love to others. But if an individual does not love himself, he is not able to love others. As has been written, V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your friend as yourself. And if a person does not love himself, how can he be able to love a friend as he loves himself? The Baal Shalom speaks on these ideas being the personal spark of every individual. He says this unique nature requires extreme caution to not lose or corrupt it, as it is an extremely rare attribute that cannot be found anywhere but within oneself. In his commentary on Matan Torah, the Rebbe Shlita says, every person is like a shining diamond that reveals a unique illumination of the Creator. Because the truth is, the Creator is enclosed within every individual. So much so that it's written, if an individual brings pain upon another person, they'll also bring pain upon the Creator. Because the Creator is enveloped in that individual. To continue, in contrast to that, it is known that self-love is a negative quality in a person, separating them from the Creator. This is because the Creator has no self-love and lacks any quality of the desire to receive. Rather, the Creator is totally and completely giving. In the language of Torah's Ashlag, of the Baal Sulam, this is called similarity of form, which is a technical term for dveikut, adhesion with the Creator. Just as He is loving and giving and merciful, so too we must be. Meaning our closeness to Him is related to our character. The closer we are to character, the closer we are to Him. But here there is a place to be mistaken, as there is self-love where the self is the desire to receive, and there is self-love where the self is the desire to give. The question is, which self is it? Which self am I? All times that self-love, havat atzmit, is written in the books of our rabbis, it is a negative matter or a negative thing separating us from the Creator. As mentioned, He is all-giving, so if we're receiving, then it's a negative thing that separates us. The intention behind a negative thing for oneself means to say that self-love is the raw, revealed nature of egoism. It is the desire to receive ultimately for oneself. But the spiritual masters who write about how a person should love themselves are referring to the real self of one's being. and that is the being's desire to give. Regarding this true nature of self, being the nature of desiring to give, we certainly have to connect to it. We need to reveal it so that it takes control of our lives, in contrast to our egoism. Similar to this, the Bala Sulam writes on the matter of the law of unity. This law refers to when a person feels like he is the only one in the Creator's world, and that everyone is nullified and void to him. This feeling is rooted in the fact that the Creator is the only one in his world. The fact that every individual is a branch drawn down from the Creator, so too he feels this way. The Creator is the only one. Einon mavado. I am a branch of that root. So there are times where I am mistaken and I say, Einon mavadi. There's no one but myself. But the Creator knows himself to be the only one, and it obliges him to be giving to everyone, his creation. His oneness is expressed that he is the ultimate giver, while our individualism is expressed in that I feel like the only receiver in the Creator's world, being the only one deserving of everything, because the world revolves around me. Therefore, we must change our form of individuality to the form of oneness of the Creator, the true self, thus equalizing our form to his and becoming one. In general, people take the positive points of loving others and seeing the goodness in reality from the teachings of Breslov. According to our definitions, this way is right without left in our inner work, as there are specific parameters to our inner work, right, left, and middle. The left is the time for self-criticism, review, and analysis. It is a very important part of our work, as we need to develop a true prayer from the depths of our heart, in the midst of seeing how far we truly are from the Creator and all the opportunities we have to fix ourselves. As we see in the book of Tehillim, which is the ultimate emotional book of the nation of Israel, the Jewish people, at least half of the book talks about the enemies and the wicked. These enemies and wicked are in the heart of each and every one of us. Thus, these writings speaks about the actions and corrupted desires within us, the false self, the desire to receive, and the great help that is needed from the Creator to save us from these enemies and pursuers. It seems that sometimes the Creator does not help at all. Rather, it is as if he is standing from the side. In Breslov, they say that the time of personal seclusion is the time to be self-reviewing and critical. This is good. We agree with this. But Baal Sulam provides very sharp tools to assist one in making a sharp and honest self-assessment that has to do with the balance between right, left, and ultimately the middle line, as opposed to focusing everything on one side. There is no comparison between the perception gained via sharp tools to dull tools in our inner work, let alone in physicality. However, we need to strive to see the good in every person, method, and theory. It is worthwhile to adopt the positive outlook on humanity and reality from the Breslov teachings, adopt it to one's right line. The fact that we should imagine to ourselves in being in completion and perfection, and to see the godliness within every single person, even if it's above our logic and understanding. Yet, the one who follows the Baal Sulam's method needs to activate the left line, the left side of their inner work as well, thus resulting in the strengthening of both the right and the left sides of their mental and spiritual capacities. This balance between the two ultimately equates to walking the middle line. This is the balanced approach of our middle work, the inner work. In short, again, the right line is feeling completion, having emunah, having faith that everything is perfect, and even I'm in a perfect state at this moment. We should spend the majority of our day in this mode of consciousness. In contrast to that, the left line, for only a maximum of 30 minutes a day, and only if we were successful to be happy throughout the day and be in the right line, can we be self-critical and say, where am I holding? Where is my love? Did I truly love? Did I truly give? Am I purely egoistic? So on and so forth. And go into one's day, into one's details and actions. And this balance ultimately results in the middle line. Because from seeing the truth of the left, seeing the truth of our opportunity, so too we come to happiness. Because true happiness is seeing that truth and then balancing again. And even despite our opportunities and lackings, we feel a sense of completion. We say, even with my lack, I'm perfect because the Creator is perfect and He emanated and created me. And therefore, I too, despite my lack, am perfect. And so this is a summary and adaptation of Rav Gottlieb's article, Self-Love, Positive or Negative. May we all merit to focus on the positive aspect of ourselves, the soul within, the tzaddik within, that loves and gives to the other, and understand that this is the true self that we must love, and not our egoism. All the best.